Welcome, guys, to FrequenZeeTV on Wednesday Wellness Reset. We are here and ready and locked in. Welcome. My name is Z, your high-vibrational, spicy brain, overall wellness comfort creator and coach here and on all the vibes. How are you guys doing? Welcome. You have beamed up to healing frequencies and good vibes. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday so far, and you guys have been able to basically have a time or a moment for self. So thank you for being here. Thank you so much for checking in. And as I've stated before, for the last 2 days, we've been focusing on stress releasing and letting it all go. Like I said, this is a stress release week, okay? If you guys come on in and you see the banner, we have been using dancing, mindfulness, stretching, yoga, form of games, chit chat, checking in, forms of reading and other techniques throughout, because we are using our book this week as well. I would, but my mind won't let. And of course, tonight on Wellness Wednesday, okay, we're gonna tune into the healing of getting back into balance and alignment. Okay, so we always do balance and alignment, but I want to get more detailed and more targeted into these spaces and graces, and of course paces in your own, so that you have to have that balance. So yes, and channeling some good vibes. Today is the day to get that realignment here. Okay, we're focusing on tension. Okay, making sure that we're basically aligning body, mind, and energy, focusing on that tension, the body stressors, and targeting the areas, and making sure that we're moving with intention and flow. Okay, flowing through the energies out, releasing them. Thank you so much, guys. And making sure that you are in the right frequency for self. Make sure that it's your frequency, right? You're tuned in here. You're good. But we want to make sure that you're in your tuned frequency, right? So that you can restore and recharge your energies. Okay, Jimmy. So make sure that you keep that in mind as we're doing these things, okay? We'll be tuning into those frequencies using tuning forks. So I have the tuning forks out tonight. So we'll be using the frequencies of 128 hertz and 512 hertz, so that we can help to cleanse and awaken the chakra system and help awaken the nervous system, but get it back into an alignment so that you're not too overly fussed or there's too much razzle dazzle happening up in the brain at that moment and stuff, okay? And of course, tonight's playlist, we are using the Zen playlist. Of course, I will have it tagged along into the post and the blog that will be up on the site, so you guys know where to get them on the link right above on this page. All right, and we're still sitting and reflecting through these intentions. So as we affirm and we listen to the frequencies, we have the Zen meditation, like I said. So we're sitting in Zen. We're making sure that we're aligning, and through that alignment, we're affirming through that alignment as well, so that we make sure that we're tuned in again, right, to self, right? And as we affirm, we're stretching, we're breathing, and we're releasing those unwanted energies that we no longer want to reside with. They no longer want to be within the self and our bodies, okay? Remember to release what doesn't, okay, serve you tonight. And remember to give yourself space, grace, and pace, as I always tell you guys, so that you can grow and glow in that energy and back to you, okay? And we're starting off with those mantras, of course, checking in with the mantras, okay? So Wednesday midweek mantras that you guys can either write down, right? Alexa, please, right? Midweek mantras that you guys can start off with, start getting into attunement with self, okay? So you guys can start off with, I am unstoppable. You are. Nobody can stop you, okay? Your ideas are yours. I am capable. You're capable of doing it, whether it's getting up and doing one assignment, one activity, or getting up and doing all. You're capable of doing it. Capable of taking a nap. Guys, you are, okay? Take that nap, all right? Ask the universe, show me how good it could get. Okay, I've been doing that more often, every once in a while throughout the week and everything, and I've been seeing, the little results here and there. I'm like, oh, I see you, clocking in. All right, so make sure that you're speaking to the universe. Tell the universe, like, hey, I know you got some tricks up your sleeve. Show me how good it could get. And the universe likes to play, but in a way that it knows that you're going to receive the things in a nice, positive way, right? So my body is healthy and strong. Remember, always make sure that you make those healthy and those health and wellness affirmations. When your body thinks it, when your mind thinks it, your body's gonna feel it. Okay, so you need to make sure that you're standing in those affirmations and saying those things. I have the power to create things. Yes, you do. Every day, whether it's a thought, whether it's a drawing, whether it's a line, whether it's a step, you are creating something, creating space, creating pace, creating grace for self, right? My tension is melting away. I love this one because this is what I usually say when we're on live doing those deep stretches, and we're making sure that we're tuning in and making sure that we're releasing those intensities that we no longer align with. So again, make that an affirmation as we're melting into those movements when we're doing those deep stretches, the yoga poses, the standing movements, whatever it is. Yes, carry it on, and then put that bag right there and be like, take that coat off and just be ready to be like, I'm about to stretch it out, right? Again, I feel my tension melting away. My tension is melting away. I am in a state of receiving all of my blessings. So if you guys are working in projects, I've said this before, right? This is an affirmation that I've said before, and I've shared with you guys before. If you guys are doing, I'm excited because that's what we're doing this weekend, or this week coming up. We're gonna do costume thing. But yes, if you guys are in the middle of a project, or you're doing something, you wanna execute something, make sure that you get it done. You're gonna get it done. It's on the list and everything, right? All right. I am in a state of receiving all my blessings. If you know that you've been doing the work and you're like, why is it? Things are happening in the background, but you also got to feel it. You also got to feel that you're going to receive those blessings. So make sure that you are saying that. I'm ready. I feel it. I feel it. Look, I've been saying I'm going to be Carney. Okay. I feel it closer. Look, I threw it out in the threads the other day, and look, she coming hard. Sis, we going. I invite love and understanding, okay, into my life. All right, so not only love from others, but love to self, love for within self, understanding self, understanding self, making sure that you do sit with that understanding and those emotions and those things. You're sitting with self and bringing in that love, and that's gonna create even love, and it's gonna project out there. It's gonna touch everyone. You know what I'm saying? So I am creating the life that I want. So that you're working on, you guys know that we're building a brand here. You're building a brand little by little. At the end of the day, you're creating the life that you want. And that starts with changes and believing in yourself, believing in the things that you do are right for you, okay? And some things people are not going to be tuned into, but it's okay. Not everybody's supposed to be listening to your radio station, okay? They're not supposed to be on your frequency, okay? And you got to understand that. Once you understand that, everything else is just going to start slowly falling into place. And then when you start sitting in those affirmations of like, I receive all my blessings, I am creating the life that I want, I am receiving that love, all that stuff, that's bringing it in. You're literally speaking into the universe and telling the universe, this is you. So the universe is gonna catch up to you, right? That's why we work on frequencies. It's gonna catch up to you, baby, or you're gonna catch up to it. Whatever it is, receptiveness, it doesn't matter, right? It just goes within, right? And of course, you can find more mantras and intentions and all those things in the 369 journal that I do have in my showcase. I will be putting it up on, with the link as well for you guys. Put on the 2 books, but the one that I'm going to pin will be the one that we're using this week. But if you guys want to get more mantras, more affirmations, more journal work, more more consistency work, right? Getting yourself disciplined into consistency and stuff. That is a book that I use. This is my third round of using a 369 book. This is my first round using this one. I've used the Project 369 one. It's also on my showcase as well. I have it there. It's under my books. If you guys want to check out all the books that I've gotten from TikTok so far, I have gotten from elsewhere too. But if you guys want to get a sneak peek of some of the books that I use and that are in my library and that we are using this week, they're in my showcase. I create, again, you can find those in the 369 journal. Again, they're in my showcase. All right. And of course, touching base on what we've been speaking. We've been talking about releasing stress, and we are a little bit more refined, and we're making sure that we are holding on to that consistency and making sure that we're set for those things. Okay. So again, to touch base back on this book, all right, by Jackie Letron, offers simple tools on how to use and understand your emotions. Okay, so I read in a little bit more into chapter 2. Chapter 2 is a little bit longer, and what I love, I did write my thoughts for chapter 1. Okay, so it does ask you, then you guys know I go crazy with the posts and stuff, so it does give you the reflective. This is from chapter 1, the reflective questions, right, before you do your self-reflection. And then after that, it asks, you can use those questions as prompts or just kind of free form. She gives you enough space to write and stuff. I love it. I dated it as well. And then I jumped into the second chapter and stuff. I do want to touch base on just something that kind of sums up the subconscious and the consciousness, right? Your consciousness is the part of your mind that makes decisions, process information, and updates your master plan, which is basically what makes up you, your beliefs, and all that stuff, right? And then your subconscious is what functions outside your awareness, your shaping, your automatic knee-jerking reactions based on the pre-programmed instructions that your master plan has had. All right, so you got to make sure that you find balance within your subconscious and your conscious mind. So of course, if you guys want to dig deeper into it, I go crazy. So dig deep into it. Go check it out, guys. It's a great read. I'm in the middle of chapter 2 because again, it's a longer chapter, but it offers more space at the end to kind of break down your reflection of it, which I do love. The more space, it kind of gives me the more space, the more I write and stuff, right? So again, she introduces everything in a personable thing, and each chapter stays very personable, which I like. It stays very consistent. I like consistency. Sometimes I'm not, but I need it, right? And as mentioned before, the book guides you on ways to manage your complex emotions, your thoughts. It helps you to reduce stress, elevate your happiness, to reach gentler days and ways. And making this book a part of your library will make it an asset to your self-healing journey and journaling experiences and skills, right? So it's going to build up on those skill sets, okay? Again, I want you guys to just make sure that you're working in through your intentions. We're working through intentions, we're releasing through intentions, and we're making sure that we are just kind of setting the tone for the rest of the week. We're allowing our bodies to channel those tensions outward so that we make space for whatever comes within the week. And it's not about being ready, it's more so about just being in balance, right? It's being in balance, because if you're in balance, you don't really have to kind of just be like Lil Kim and if you're literally just in balance, you're okay. So that's why I love that Miss Letron speaks in her book. She speaks on that, and I do talk about that a lot when we are here doing any type of like chatting work and any of those vibes. It's okay. Welcome, Jimmy. So we're doing a mindful body release. It's about 25 to 30 minutes long, so give yourself some time and some space, grace, and pace for this self-reflection. Whatever you want to use it as, self-reflection, use it as self-affirmations, bringing in our mantras, giving ourselves a recheck, mid-week reset to make sure that we carry on throughout the rest of the week nice and strong, and finish it off and be ready for the weekend and what comes, and continue on and forth. All right, guys, make sure that you have your water nearby, and you guys are also breathing and doing things through intention. As I stated earlier, we will be tuning in with 5 12, okay, tuning fork, and 128. All right, so it'll help us ground and focus our bodies and our chakras so that we're able to better release any energies and tensions that we have in the body. Okay, guys, so make sure that you give yourself space, grace, and pace. You're comfortable in clothing. Okay, if you need more comfortability, you give yourself space as well, not only the body but also within physicality. Okay, guys, we're bringing in these two forks together. Okay, all right, guys, breathing in through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. We're gonna chime in 7 times, starting in from the root chakra. Okay, envision the colors as we go up through the chakra system and just cleanse them gently, whether you are visually seeing yourself clean the chakra or just engulfing yourself and inducing yourself in the colorful visualizations of the channeling of frequencies or whatever visually comes to your mind. It's your world, baby. As soon as you close your eyes and you lock in, you're gonna feel it in the bone. All right, guys, get locked in and breathe in, shimmies. Resetting that chakra system, getting back into a midweek balance. Exhaling, going at your pace. Of course, if you need a little bit of a shortened hold of breaths, adjust to your level, chimneys. Welcome, princess. Thank you so much for coming on in. Yes. And going on to the sacral. Breathe in. And exhaling out. Going into the solar plexus, channeling that yellow, surrounding yourself, sitting on something yellow, and breathe in. Cleanse that gut. Remember, that's your intuition right there. Cleanse it. Make sure it's nice. That frequency is nice and clear to take in those messages, take in those feelings of when things don't seem the way they seem. That gut feeling, make sure it's tuned up. And we're channeling, going up to the heart chakra, setting those intentions. Now think of a mantra that you say to yourself, or ones that we started within. I'm gonna do the one. I feel the tension melting away. That's the one I'm gonna sit with tonight, okay, guys? And then I'm gonna sit with another one. I am in a state of receiving all of my blessings. So as I release the stress, I'm ready to receive. And breathe in. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhala, exhala. Doesn't your heart feel a little bit kinder saying those things to yourself? Speaking that good into that cup. Alright, bringing it in to that throat chakra. We're going to say it out loud, chimneys, whatever mantra it was for you. Say it out loud and speak it. Speak it into soul. Speak it into universe. Breathe in. I feel the tension melting away. I am in a state of receiving all of my blessings. Bonus, I feel healthy and strong. And going in to that third eye, you guys know what to do. Take whichever finger you feel comfortable, whether it's the index or the thumb, and just slightly put a little bit of pressure right there in the prefrontal cortex. And envision opening up that world, right? Those visions, that thought, sit in it. Inhale. And exhale. And sitting, right? Holding that thought. Sitting with it, with that crown. You are that. You are those affirmations. You're there. Inhale, inhale, Jimmy's. And exhale. You're already there. Yes, you are. You're in a state of mind. You're already there. Jimmy's. And then bringing it into an inhale and an exhale. We're going to start going into a breathe and fly. Rotate that neck just slowly and breathe it down. Release that stress, guys. Although your mind says, I want to, but it says it don't want to do, you're here. You're here, Chimmies. Yes, please, if you listen. If you just gotta put it low, this is a Zen one. It's gonna chill you out. Yes, I love you, Jimmy. Thank you for being here, Abuela. I love you. I love you. I'm there. I'm driving in the backseat, singing along with y'all. Singing some Cardi B. Keeping ya up and alive. Driving. Tomorrow we're back to some dancing vibes. We're doing some high intensity vibes. Hold it there, Jimmies. Bring it back. Stretch it back. Push out that chest. Bring that head up and make sure that you're pointing that third eye as if you're facing the sun. We're facing the moon right now. Or we're thinking of facing the moon. And then bring it back down. Bring it back down, guys. Slowly and gently. Slowly and gently. Bring those arms back and cuff them. Interlock them however it feels comfortable. And push that chest out. Hold it there. And just think of your heart, right? Just pushing out that intention. You know that feeling that you felt, right? When you were saying those things to yourself, those good things, right? Feel it. You know what I like to do? I like to think, if you guys remember the Powerpuff Girls, you know, at the end, when they're like, when he's like saying his thing, right? And then it shows like the hearts just like shooting towards the screen, right? It looks very animated. That's what I feel. That's what I visualize. The heart frequency, that intention doing, right? So visualize that. Visualize it, chimneys. It's out there. It's putting it out there, chimneys. That heart, that love, those good intentions, those people that you think of. Yes, sometimes we may not like talk to people every day, but you know what? They love you. And you know those people who they are. Because when you pick up the phone, it's like the conversation just continues, right? So think of those people that you love to surround yourself with. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much, Jimmy. Welcome to the vibes. And think of those people who are literally right near you, who love your company. And just release those hands and offer some space, some grace, and some pace. Right? Ooh, feel it. Feel it. Feel it. And then bring those arms to the side. We're going to bring in those hands. Okay? And thank you so much, Sheila, for the popular. Because I'm popular. Because I'm popular. I told you guys, in my yearbook in high school, I was most likely to be seen on TV. They didn't say how small or how big. They just said ATV. They said it. They gave me the biggest manifestation. I just carried it on. I knew. And bring in that thought, right? Bring in whatever that positive thought was. Those positive thinking. Bring it in. It did. If I look, when I find it, I'm gonna show you guys. And it shows me I'm the shortest one out of the 3 that we got picked, right? For that, right? I'm the shortest one, and I'm just in the front, like, like if I was singing. I was actually singing a note because, like, that power would be very like natural for the natural shot to come out. I was singing. I don't know what I was singing, but I remember what I was. I remember I was singing something, and then bring it back out, and extend those arms just a little bit further back. Hold it there, chimmies. And then bring it back in. Yes, that's what it does. That's what we're doing, this reset. It's supposed to reset those restful charge, that balance. That means your chakras aligning, Jimmy. Put your headset on and just leave the guided meditation. Me speaking, right? And the music right in the background. And I will carry you on to your 987th cloud of sleep and relaxation. Welcome, Jimmy. You have beamed up to healing frequency and good vibes. Please channel into your frequency. Lock in, breathe in. Remember to exhale and inhale properly. And lock in to these good healing vibes. Yes, hello Cosmic Jimmy, how are you feeling? And release. Last time we're gonna do that stretch out. Remember, stretch it out, push out that chest, hold it out. How you feeling, Jimmies? Right? It worked. It worked. If you need me to lock into like ASMR, channeling, lock in mode, I can. And then bring it back in. I'll lock you guys back in. Yes! See? And then you release it. Today I went driving out with hubby. We had stuff to do, but it was such a beautiful day to go out driving. We had good music, the air was great, and the scenery was beautiful because it's the fall foliage just starting. And I love driving in beautiful scenery. It just lets me connect as I go. It's like connection while I'm speeding. You know, like it's the two worlds. Like, you know, spicy bread. I lock in. All right, guys, we're gonna do some spine twists as we have these hands right here on the side. Okay, this is why we have them to here, to have them for support. We're gonna bring it over to the side and hold, and then bring that other hand and lock it in. We're gonna make sure that we're adjusting, make sure that your chest is well adjusted to those arms. And then once you have that adjustment nicely done, you're gonna extend even further and hold it in right there. And you're gonna feel that stretch sliding down through the obliques, that sciatic, that lower lumbar, that spine, the lower spine, okay? You're gonna feel it. It's gonna feel nice and saucy, just melting away the tension, right, Jimmys? And bring it on in. If you guys need a deeper pull for that tension release, bring it further. Try to Gumby your way into it, right? Just slowly. You guys remember Gumby? Yes, I remember Gumby. I love Gumby. Gumby your way into it. And then slowly bring that hand back, okay? You're going to make sure that you reverse it, flip it and reverse it, go back to how it was. Bring it back down and release, okay? And let go. All right. Shoulders are relaxed. Releasing that stress. We're de-stressing. We're helping the body mindfully de-stress and decompress. Okay, guys? If you guys want to write out your experience and stuff after this, that's a great way to help connect and reconnect with your body on how you experienced this stretch. Again, we're going on to the other side. Hold it there. Shoulders are relaxed. Meet that hand with the other hand. Align. And when you're locked in, okay, bring it and extend. Hold it there, Jimmys. It feels so good. It feels so good. Hold it there, Jimmys. Extend if you need a further extension. Remember, you're flowing, you're letting the tension go. The extensions are with intentions. Bring it back. Meet those hands together. Breathe through it. And release. And back to the center. It's like, ooh, it just retracts so well. It should go nicely and naturally as you go back to the center, okay? It shouldn't hurt. It shouldn't be a nuisance. It shouldn't be difficult. It should be nice and flowy. As you saw, it was I didn't have to do much with that. As I twisted back, that was mostly a very involuntarily natural twist back. All I did was just release, and I just let the body flow into it. So I just let the body lead into it, the chest lead out with it, and flow into it. So you want to make sure as you're doing those things, you're relaxed in the shoulders and relaxed in your torso area. So it allows for those retractions, those reflexibilities to come back and go back into place as it should, and it feel nice and release with tension. Okay, guys? We're going to do butterfly sits. We're going to help open up those pelvic muscles, those hips. We're going to help open up those hip flexors. Okay, I'm going to move this just a little bit to the side so you guys see how actually we do these stretches. Please make sure that you do it very, very gracefully for yourself and pace. Okay, so even if your butterfly looks right now like this, like that is fine. You're still going to be extending those muscles and those joints and those areas. Okay, so we're slowly just allowing gravity just to allow our knees to melt in naturally into the mat. Okay, Jimmies. Make sure you're breathing through it. You're just letting it naturally go on through with gravity, chimneys. Yes. We're gonna do our forward, side, and then meet back to forward. Yes, this is a very deep and intentional stretch because we are making sure we are releasing energies from our sacral, our somatic area, which I said we're going to get into the somatic workbook soon and further weeks coming on in as we develop confidence on how to work with our body and also how to release those tensions and traumas and that built up unwanted energy that we sometimes carry but we don't know that we consciously have. It's subconsciously just working there, but it shouldn't stay there, right? So we have to be conscious about it. So we're making sure that we're working out those muscles and releasing those tensions from there. So we're bringing it slowly in as you feel those legs feel nicely and gently, and as you come forward, you're going to feel those legs gently go down, further down, and touch the knees. Go in, lead with the chest. If you cannot go all the way forward, that is fine. If you're working to work on flexibility or just to help open up those muscles in those areas, just work on making sure that you work on the technique and the quantity of how much you want to go down in the stretch. Okay, so hold it there. So me, I'm working more on opening up those muscles and releasing more of those tensions. Again, that's what we're doing. We're releasing stress, we're decompressing, releasing tension. And we're gonna bring it over to the side and just slightly bring it and pull. Push it back up slowly and gently and bring it back to the front. And this time we're gonna bring those hands down and we're gonna slightly pull. Remember, you might feel a very intense or very light depending on how much and how frequently you do these stretches, whether you're doing them here, you're following the replays, the recaps, or you're doing them on your own. You're following the Google Docs and all that stuff. So whatever your intensity of the level is, Jimmy, please go at your pace. Give yourself grace with these movements. Right now, it is scorching right now with my legs. They are burning, but I know that I need to release these tensions. So we're going to leave it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to go to the side and just slowly bring it over and release. Pull it in. And bring it back slowly up. And bring it back forward. Again, you're gonna feel the intensity just slowly melting away. Remember, sit into it, hold it there. And then release. Slowly push up. Release that stress as you're coming into it. Yes, cherries. Hold it there. And then bring it back slowly. Start flapping those legs like a butterfly, right? You've done your rest on a flower and now you're fluttering away. We're going to bring those legs to the front. Give them a quick stretch for about 30 seconds. Let that circulation follow on through. We're going to do some more Breathe in flies, making sure that we're still channeling in those affirmations while we're breathing in and channeling in through the heart chakra. And that's when we're stretching in and out and making sure. So this time when we're bringing it up, we're going to bring it back down. We're going to sit in gratitude position for the next ones. Okay, so make sure when we're listening for those cues, you sit in the correct positioning first, so it gives you more space, more arm space, more wiggle room and stuff. So you want to make sure you're doing it correctly so you don't compromise your composure or hurt yourself. Okay, chimmies? All right, guys. Yes, give it a little quick. You feel it? It's like nice and released. We're going to go into a gratitude position. So we're going to move into a gratitude position. I'm going to move in sideways because after that we're going to go into a child's pose. Okay, so I'm just going to ready myself for you guys. So again, you guys can follow along or do the forward so you guys can see however you feel fit. Okay, your body feels fit. And remember, pace. You guys need to take a water break. Go ahead, all right? And then just jump into the breathing and bringing it back. So we're going to bring it back, right? Push it forward and then bring it back up. And stretch and push it out, okay? Let me move in a little bit forward so you guys see, okay? And push it back up. And then bring it, let me start it over. Bring it forward and then bring it back up. And push it up, right? Push that chest outward and bring it back. And when we bring it back, you're gonna push and push out with the palms. Breathe through it, giving some of those the glutes and the heels a little bit of a breather, and then bring it back up. Push it upward now, straight up. And then bring it back down. Forward. Push with the palms. We're going to bring it back up, but again, outward now. Okay. And then bring it back down. And forward. And bring it back up. Push upward. Oh, nice little snap. And pop right there at the shoulders. And bring it back downward. And stretch back downward with those palms. Push back. And hold, okay? Hold gently from that lower core. Giving some light strengthening, core toning for your lower ab muscles, your lower obliques, and that upper core, helping to strengthen the core itself as a whole. And then bring it back up. And lay those hands right on the side. Let those shoulders nicely and gently stay nicely relaxed. And we're going to go into a child's pose and then into a hanging head pose. We're going to go in and over. We're going to bring those arms up. Let our head hang right over, right? Like if we're going over. And we're going to let it sit there for about 30 seconds and then bring it back down, okay? So make sure that you guys are taking your time with this, going into it. And then when you get there, you hold it for that time. Bring it in slowly into the child's pose. And hold it there, chimmies. Bring those arms back. Still holding with the child's pose, with the arms holding in the back now. And if you need to take a sneak peek, just twist your head to the side, peek over, and see how we're going to do this. Overhead pose, we're going to bring it over. Slowly bring those arms and those hands up. And hold. And then bring it back down slowly, gently, slowly, gently. And in about 5 seconds, we're gonna drop those shoulders. 2, 1, and release. You're gonna feel it right there. And let those fingers wiggle. And then bring those hands to the side. Get it at the mat and bring it up slowly. Gently, shimmies. Gently. Yes. And we're going to bring it around. We're going to sit in meditation lotus mode position, okay? 30 seconds. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Circulate that body. We're going to do some neck tilts, okay? Neck tilts, we're just going to bring it down and bring it back up. And then bring it, okay? Get ready. Make sure that your shoulders are nicely relaxed. And bring that neck over to the side. That head shifted to the side. And then bring it down. Bring it back up. And then go over to the next side. And then bring it down. And then bring it back up. And then look over to the other side. One more time, shimmies. Bring it down. Bring it back up. And look over to the other side. Hold it there. Bring it down. And then bring it back up. And look over to the center. Remember, shoulders are nicely relaxed. Excuse me, guys. Tummy circles. We're going to begin in 10 seconds. Making sure that our spine and our chakras are nicely balanced, okay? Position, push out just slowly, and then bring it around. Very slowly, guys. You might feel snap or pop here and there. That's okay. Just as long as you are doing it very slowly and at your pace. We are being intentional. Remember, ooh, nicely and gently right there. Bring it around. And then bring it around one more time to the other side. Yes. Move it around. One last time. And align. And straighten out. Sit with it, Jimmy's. Breathe. 30 more seconds. Inhale, Jimmies, and exhale, and come back from it. And go grab some water, Jimmies. Yes. How are you guys feeling, Jimmies? Make sure you're drinking that water. Which leads us to our next little blurb as we continue. Be sure to check in with self as you're asking yourself, as you're checking in with self of how you felt before you came into this activity and how you feel now. Make sure you take some more time for mindfulness, for hydration, for restfulness, for sitting with self and reflecting about the day, about the week, or just on anything in general, or just letting things go and making sure that you work through that stress. Your Wellness Wednesday homework to practice, okay? Drink water before you feel thirsty, okay? So hydration is better for movement, is better for clearer mind and smoother vibes. And sip water like it's tea, all right? Tea with attitude. Speak good into yourself as you're sipping on your water and making sure that you're filling yourself and filling your cup physically and mentally and emotionally and metaphysically, slowly, mindfully, and in a refreshing and smoother way, okay? So that's your homework for tonight, for the rest of the night. Be mindful of drinking your water, making sure that you hydrate yourself, okay, Jimmies? As I mentioned before, go check out my showcase for both of these books to help you with your healing journey. One is to help with stress, and one is to help you journal through your affirmations and speaking well and great into yourself. The other one also does as well with journaling, okay? So get your little write on, okay? And make sure that you're channeling those messages and those intentions. I'll make sure that I'll tag the link on the video and wherever I'm posting it at, so that you guys have access to the books and resources that we use while we're doing our learning and activities here on the Vibe. Thank you, Chimmies, for being here. I appreciate you, Chimichangas, for taking time for self. And I hope that this vibe has brought you some peacefulness, some mindfulness, and a refreshing reset to your midweek vibes so that you can finish off strong for the rest of the week in whatever activities you're doing, whether it's getting your projects done, your errands done, finishing off the work week strong, making sure that you get your rest in or self-care in, or just spending time with those loved ones and making sure that you get everything organized, or just bringing in self into awareness, okay? And it has brought you comfort and peaceful and happy vibes, of course. Don't forget that you guys can catch these replays on my YouTube and on my Patreon. Make sure you guys go sign up on the links above here on this page, of course, and interchangeably on all platforms as well. And of course, as always, as we started with this week, if today hit different, make sure you leave it on the comments wherever you see this video, and the link and the vibes, of course. And anytime that you want to share something of the day, something nice that you experienced, or something that you want to drop in sight, that you want to bring in with more information and things like that, right? Or see, can I get more insightful things about this other stuff as well? So yes, come on in, all right? And let me know. Remember to take mindfulness breaks, okay? And always listen to your body's needs, and always make sure that you sit with self and reflect, whether it's about the day, self, about wellness, overall wellness and health, and just those vibes that you want to make sure that you want to tune into with your frequency within self, okay? Thank you so much for being here, Chimmies. Much love, and of course, peaceful, harmonious dancing. Oh, and much lovely vibes to you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, if you see me on the FIP and on all the vibes, you know what to do.